Hey crafters, welcome to the first drill with me for the Villains 2, now called Villains Ensemble diamond painting. I'm really excited. I've decided to start with Lady Tremaine and let's just get going. The very first DNC that I'm going to start with will be 154. It's got this planet Saturn looking shape, and it's going to be a lot of Lady Tremaine's dress. It is a very deep purple. I tried to get a lot of light right now to really see if I could bring the shade out well. This is probably the best we're going to get, but it's picking up darker on camera and lighter in person, but it is a deep purple. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've made a whole list of things to talk about in all of these drill with me's, and it's almost overwhelming, everything that we've been up to and everything that I have to talk about. But you know me, I could just go on and on and on, and I ramble a lot, so it's like, Meredith, stay focused, focused, focused. The first thing, what I want to do with these drill with me's, I want to try and do, I want to try and do about 2 a week. And with the, 5 villains up top, 5 villains on the bottom. So 2 drill with me's, maybe per evil character, with 10 evil characters. That's 20 drill with me's, probably, right, 20 weeks. Oh gosh, it is so late and I am trying to do math. That is a mistake. I'm probably not explaining this correctly, but I'm hoping to do each character in 2 drill with me's, so a character a week, and we'll see how long it takes me. I do have some stuff planned coming up, so maybe I won't be able to drill as much, but then there's other weeks where really there's nothing on the schedule, and I'm hoping I could drill more. And I'm also trying to figure out the best way to work on this painting, because after I worked through the Princess Ensemble for a little bit, I picked up that completing the black outline was best to start with. And I did a lot of the background stained glass window stuff. There, I'm gonna zoom in more. Now that you've seen her, I'm gonna zoom in more. I did a lot of the background when I wasn't on camera. I don't know why this is picking up as like a river. It's definitely not a bubble in my canvas, but it looks that way. Anyways, see, twice now. Twice I've been distracted. Okay, so I did a lot of the background for the Princess Ensemble on my own, and I'll probably do the same. I was thinking I could focus on the evil character's face, outfit, and hair in my drill with me's, and just do the background and the color whenever I get a chance on my own, and then start each drill with me showing you the progress that I've completed since the last time we chatted. But you know, things could change in a week or 2, and I realize something works better and I try to go that route. Only time will tell. I'm also hoping that as I work and the different shades of the drills get put on the canvas, then it will help you better see some of these darker colors, because this canvas has a lot of dark purple and dark blue, and they're gorgeous colors. I just don't know how well that's gonna come up, especially right now when I'm drilling at night. And you know I'm not a fan of drilling at night, but there's an important reason why I'm drilling right now at night. I will get to that in a moment. But when I drill at night, I feel I'm not able to pick up the exact color of the drill because I don't have that natural sunlight coming in. There's more shadow. So I'm hoping as I move forward, you'll be able to see how beautiful they are. So let's get to that. Meredith, why are you drilling at night? Well, 2 reasons. One, I did go to work today. It was a really busy day. But the most important one is that I'm going to talk to you about something that I didn't want my kids to hear. And I thought, well, maybe when they're watching cartoons, I could quickly chat. But then I realized, no. These are almost 6-year-olds and an almost 3-year-old. They will hang out outside my craft room and just stay there for 20 minutes just to hear what Mama's talking about. And I couldn't risk it. Oh, no drill there. I could not risk it. But in the end of July, I'm a Disney nerd, you know that. So our summer vacation, take one guess where I'm going. I'm going to Disneyland. I know, I'm very excited. And a lot of this has just been quickly planned. I'm gonna tell you all of the details and fill you in. First thing, you might be thinking I'm absolutely crazy to be traveling at the moment. So I will let you know, we have kept very close watch of the coronavirus cases in Germany, in France, and the case count now has become so low. We have even looked at the case count based on the different states where we would be driving through to get to Disney. And we're going to Disneyland Paris. It is so close to us that we would just drive. It's only a couple hours away. So we're not flying. We wouldn't have to be around a lot of other people as we transit. And our original plan was that we had booked at a hotel, the Davy Crockett Ranch, and we had booked our own, I should probably use my 3-spacer, huh? We had booked our own cabin. The reason why we went this route is because the cabins are dog friendly, and that will save a lot of euros if we could just take our dog. All of this happened because of a few comments a year ago, and maybe I should really start there. When we first got to Germany, sorry, I'm putting my 3-spacer in and getting wax. When we first got to Germany, we were only 2 weeks away from my daughter's, the twins, 5th birthday. And we didn't know anybody here yet. We didn't know where to go toy shopping. You know, it was a really low-key birthday. We spent it together as a family. They played on the local playground in the neighborhood. But a random comment one of my girls made is she said, "Mama, for my 6th birthday, I want to go to Paris." And she says it just like that. Paris. And it kind of came out of the blue. We're like, wait, what? Sure, we'll talk about it. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about it. We're having a low-key birthday this year. We'll see about next year. But it really kind of stuck with me, thinking we travel to a lot of places that are important to us, where my husband and I want to go and check out. And when we go somewhere, we always try to find kid-friendly activities and museums, places to go that we know the kids will like. But we've never traveled somewhere specifically because the kids wanted to go. So her sister got on the train of wanting to go to Paris. And we realized, you know what? My husband's already been to Paris, I think a few times. I've never been to Paris. I really don't have that much of a desire to go to Paris because, let's face it, I'm a little plus size and I know those French cuisines are teeny, teeny, tiny, and I am not going to be full wherever I go. That's my honest opinion. I will go broke eating in Paris, okay? And I am all about food tourism. But we just realized maybe it's time. We've taken them so many places that we've been interested in. Let's look into taking them somewhere. So this was always in the back of our mind from July of last year. And, you know, Christmas comes around and it's like, well, maybe we go to Paris in the summer. It was always back there. And unfortunately, the whole global pandemic happened. We weren't sure what we were going to do, what we were going to plan, but as things started to change for the better in Germany, and more places started opening up, restrictions were eased, we realized maybe this could happen. And it wasn't originally like our first thought was Paris, but it was like, maybe in the summer we'll be able to travel somewhere. And we both are pretty adamant. We're personally not ready to get on a plane or to go through a large airport. But let's look at where we can drive to. And as the weeks and months started passing and Germany opened more and more, states started opening up their hotels because hotels were shut down for a while. And I'll actually talk to you about some traveling that we've done inside of Germany since then. But they opened hotels, and then it was June 15th that they opened the borders. So Germany's borders were open. And I'm sorry, I know I'm bouncing around so much in this story, but when I started working, I wanted to do two things. I wanted to pay off my student loan debt, and I wanted to save up for a trip to Disney Paris. So I was able to pay off the last little bit of my student loan debt in April. Woo! Happy to not have that bill anymore. And since then, as I was working, every paycheck I would try and save a little bit, thought about Disney Paris. And then in June, borders were opening. Cases were down to a couple hundred through the entire country. And our city of Frankfurt started reporting days of 0 corona cases. So I was like, maybe this could be possible. Maybe going to Paris is possible. My daughters really want to see the Eiffel Tower, but everything else in Paris, they would go and play, and we'd check children's museum or parks. They could run around, but they just want to see the Eiffel Tower. And we thought, well, if we're already going to be in Paris, let's just drive a little south and go to Disneyland Paris. So here's where we made a gamble, and it paid off. We booked our trip, our tickets to Disney Paris before they announced that they were even opening. And we saw this in two ways. Either one, we're going to be able to go when they open. We're not going to have to do like the ticket reservation system because at this point, Disney in California and Florida had already announced their reservation system and stuff. Paris just took a little longer to announce their opening date. We figured if we booked now, we would get the ability to go, or the absolute worst case, we would just go, sorry, I have a piece of fuzz up at the top. I'm just trying to pick it off. It's bugging me. We would just go at a later date, but we could book now, book the price, what it is, and we would just go at a later date if that was what we had to do. So we went ahead and took the gamble. And like I said, we booked a Davy Crockett. That way we could bring our dog. Because, Axel's older and I love him. He's my best friend and I don't like being far away from him. And then Disney announced that they would be opening July 15th, which is before we had planned to go. So it worked out well. Since we had booked ahead of time, our tickets are guaranteed. So we're going to go we'll be able to enter on the dates that we picked. There's other positive things of the less amount of people in the park. Now, I'm sitting here talking about how I don't want to go through an airport, yet I'm going to an amusement park. We wear the masks everywhere because it is actually the law here in Germany. Different states have different requirements, but we wear the masks. The kids have to wear the masks at school because they went back to school. So we're going fully knowing we'll be stocked up on hand sanitizer and we'll be wearing our mask the whole time. But we're gonna go. Davy Crockett will not be open in July. So we did get a hotel upgrade, which we're really excited about. But the downside is that means there are no pet-friendly lodgings. We can't bring Axel with us, and they have not announced if their animal care center, which they have right on the park, in the parking lot, they have a cat and dog boarding kennel. They haven't announced if it's going to be open. So we're going to have to come up with a plan B of what we want to do. Because of his age, I would really prefer to not be far away from him. That if something happens, I could get there close. Not close, I could get there quickly. So I did find a dog boarder outside of Paris that I'm considering calling, seeing if I can get a reservation. There are dog boarders here in Germany, of course. We could always leave him at our house and have a pet sitter. That's an option. We just haven't decided what we're going to do yet. And I know all of these are not going to make him happy. So it's trying to figure out what is best for him and what he's going to be okay with. But that we'll have to figure out. And the other thing, we did book some stuff that is not going to be available. First of all, so we went to Disneyland and Disney World last summer as we traveled across the US. And for both of them, like for Disney World, we had to book fast passes in advance. And the system, since we weren't resort guests, like 30 days out, we could book our fast passes and things like that. At Disneyland in California, if I remember correctly, we had to do it like day of. Like we would have to go to that one was way off. Sorry guys, let me fix that. Oh my gosh, the glue is so sticky. I put this on really crooked. Come on, get back. Okay, here we go. We had to do it like in advance, go up to the ride, put our ticket in, get our fast pass ticket kind of thing. So with Disneyland Paris, you have to pay extra money if you want a fast pass. And then there's different levels of fast pass. And depending on the level, that's the ride. So I think, and please don't quote me on this because it is late at night. I'm super tired and I don't remember. Like Peter Pan or Pirates of the Caribbean were in the top tier. So the only way we could get a fast pass for those would be if we paid the top tier. And my husband did the math when we were booking. It was something like $600 for the top tier. 600 euro for the top tier fast pass. And we were like, no way. I mean, we're already buying Disney tickets. We can't afford that. That's not going to happen. And if I had extra $600, I would be spending that on Dole Whip as I'm wearing a hat of Mickey ears, cuddling my stuffed animal of Minnie Mouse, wearing a princess dress that I purchased, and I've got like a Donald Duck cupcake in my other hand. If I had that kind of money, I would be spending it on decked out souvenirs. Not on Fast Pass. But anyways, so they're not doing Fast Pass. That's one of the changes. They're not doing single rider. It's one of the changes. They're going to have 2,000 hand sanitizing stations throughout the park. Hearing that kind of stuff makes me happy. And they're going to occupy at like less than 50% capacity. Which at first I thought, okay, cool. Maybe we'll also be able to quickly get on a ride and all of this other stuff. But then I realized the rides are only going to be half full. So something like Peter Pan, where the individual boat, cart that you're sitting in is very spaced out, that might not be an issue. They might maybe run every other of those little flying boats. I'm not sure. But when you think of It's a Small World After All, and they got 4 rows of seats in that boat of 24 people, there's no way they're going to put that many people in a boat. They're probably going to do every other row, or maybe like a family in a boat and then a couple in one and the couple in the back of the boat. So, they're going to be putting less people on each round of the ride. So I think, lines will probably end up being a little about the same. And it does seem like, so Disneyland Paris is smaller and it has more thrill rides. And with a little 2-year-old baby, we're not going to be doing thrill rides. So we'll stick to fun stuff. Their birthday is going to start with their trip to Paris. They're going to see the Eiffel Tower all lit up, beautiful and sparkling. And then we're going to go Disney. Really excited about it. Something I've been saving for a very long time. Definitely going on a payment plan and going as cheap as possible. But we're going to do it. The original thought is being in, the foreign service, we have military ID here, and Disney does really great for opening and welcoming military families, foreign service families, anyone that has this the military card. And first of all, I really want to make sure you guys know the foreign service is not the military. We're two separate things, but sometimes we end up getting put under the same umbrella. So Disney kind of puts us under the same umbrella, but we're not military. I don't want to take credit and act like, have you guys think that we're something that we're not, because I don't know. Seems like I want to be straightforward. So they do offer discounts and things like that, but that's only if you go like day of, and with all the COVID stuff and restrictions, we just decided not to do. We weren't going to do that. So she's looking good. I know this is all the same drill as I just talk and talk, but let me zoom out. Ooh, I like it. So I haven't planned anything. When we did Disney World with the family and the kids, I just had so much time on Disney blogs, reading what to do, planning what to do, making sure we didn't miss anything. And then in the park is like, come on, go. I'm trying to take a different route. I'm not planning anything. We'll go in. Maybe we'll walk through a souvenir shop first. Maybe we'll walk to a ride first. I don't know where we'll end up, but I want it to be a really just slow-paced kind of thing. I mean, it's already going to be the end of July. We're going to be in masks. It'll be hot. We just want to not put any pressure on being somewhere at a certain time. I don't think they're doing the parades, so they're not doing things like that. I'm not entirely sure. They're not doing the, I don't think they're doing fireworks at the end of the night. I don't know. I haven't looked into that this much. Obviously, they don't want to do fireworks because they don't want that many people to gather together in one area of the park to try and see things. But I also need to figure out, they said they're not doing character dining. They probably will not be doing character meet and greet. So it's really just going on rides and souvenirs and having fun. And oh my gosh, I am going to eat so many pancakes in the shape of a Mickey Mouse. So many donuts in the shape of a Mickey Mouse. And I'm really excited for that. I've been trying to, I guess watch what I'm eating a little bit. That way I can go really crazy there and not feel guilty. Trying to behave food-wise, make healthier choices, because I know that when I get there, I'm going to go a little crazy. But yes, that's what we're going to be doing to celebrate the kids' birthdays, and looking forward to it. I mean, the original thought was maybe we could have a parent like, a grandparent or somebody visit and have family together for their birthday, and that's not going to happen. I'm not going to get one of my parents, one of my in-laws on a plane right now and bring them over here and potentially, expose them to something. I'm just not going to do that. But hopefully this is another really fun way to go about it. But yeah, we are going. The end of July, we are going. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm almost at the point where I am counting down the days. Actually, I'm not really counting down the days. My kids are reminding me every day when they wake up how many days until their birthday. So they are counting down for me. Oh, and they have no idea. None at all. They don't know. We haven't decided how we want to do it, how we want to tell them. I'm kind of thinking just, we're not going to, this is their birthday present. This is like their birthday present, their Christmas present, all wrapped into one, pretty much. And maybe, we'll have like a family dinner to celebrate with cupcakes or cake, and they can open up something like a gift that's like, hey, by the way, you're going to Disney in 2 days, or I don't know. So, we have a term. So in the Foreign Service and the military, the kids that travel from post to post to post, they're called third culture kids. And my children are definitely third culture kids. The reason they're called this is because they don't live in the United States. So they at times might not understand like what is currently trendy and in for kids in the United States, like cartoons that are great or the toys that people play with. We really try to push patriotism, that they are American and what it means to be overseas and how we're serving our country. We push all of that. But they don't spend their life in the United States. So they might struggle with that identity. And then when we go overseas, every 2 years we're moving. So there's also the fact they take on a new culture and then they leave, and then they pick up another culture and they leave. It's this constant traveling. So it's called a third culture kid, where they have a little bit of all these different cultures put together, but they struggle to figure out who they are. My kids are definitely third culture kids. I mean, if you ask them, they would say they're Tunisian. But, they go through a lot. And when we first got here, my husband and I kept thinking like, wow, they're so great. They've handled this transition so well. And really, they didn't. After we were here for a bit of time, they would just cry that they miss their friends. They would cry that they miss their family. And this Disney trip, I guess, not only is it like a birthday present, and trust me, it will be a Christmas present when they wake up Christmas morning and I'm like, remember that Disney trip that Mommy and Daddy paid for you? Yeah. Merry Christmas. They tolerate a lot. They tolerate our moves, and it's nice to be able to have something really special that we can, a special trip that we can do for them, and then come home and continue paying it off. I worked as much as I could this past month. I worked my butt off just to try and, help with everything, help with the cost of it, and I'm running out of my purple drills. And I'm also I'm over 30 minutes now. I did not just drop that on her face. There you go. So, we are going. That's what happened. One of the things I've been up to. But I have a lot to tell you about, because we are also coming up on 4th of July. That's really exciting. We are planning a mini weekend getaway. I've been working like crazy. The kids went back to school. Things have been, you know, as back to normal as they could be here, in the sense that it's go, 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 busy, 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 busy. So as we keep doing this drill with me, like I said, I have a long list of things to chat with you about, and just fill you in on. I'm gonna wrap up here. I don't know if I should have enough drills to finish this. Oh, I'm running I feel like my wax is less sticky. Let's see. It's like wax chicken. Can I make it? I'm gonna quickly just kind of finish up her dress. And again, I know the same DMC, like looking at the same color when you have these beautiful drills is kind of like, bleh. But I'm gonna work on this a little bit more, not tonight because I am so tired. I'm exhausted and I'm blabbing, and it is, let me check my watch, it's almost 11 p.m. But when I do the next drill with me, I'll try and have some of this background done a little bit more. These pinks look really beautiful. Like I said, I think once I get some of these pinks on here, it's gonna make this purple pop a lot more. And the next drill with me will maybe be her hair or her face. Oh, they're all tipped over. Come on, straighten out, straighten out. But if there's anything that you want to see for this canvas, any questions you have, or anything you want to talk about, you want me to talk about in another video, let me know down below. And I think that was the last one. Oh wait, I've got 2 here. There we go. Yeah, yay! We're done with her dress. Look at her. She looks so evil. Seriously, Cinderella, what kind of dad did you have that married this woman? Okay, I'm gonna put these extra drills up. I'm gonna cut the video here. I'm gonna get some sleep because I am so tired, and I will talk to you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'll talk to you in the morning. Bye, crafters.